Hello, and welcome to our channel, JETRO Startup. I'm Will from JETRO San Francisco. Today I have the pleasure of speaking with Miss Emiri Grimes, CEO of Yuimedi. Yuimedi is producing a medical data analysis platform called Yuicleaner to improve healthcare systems. And last year they joined the Alchemist Accelerator program. Today I'd like to discuss their unique solution and explore their approach to expanding to the US and globally. Emiri-san, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you very much.
So could you tell us a bit more about Yuimedi's technology and your product, Yuicleaner, and what kind of problems are you solving?
Okay. So our mission is we want to unleash the full potential of medical data existing in the world. So creating the medical data utilization network. So it's our business, the main business. The Yuicleaner is medical cleansing automation software. Then it can, it's an enabler to create a medical data utilization network. Then, it's kind of the B2B solution and B2B software for medical institution and also pharmaceuticals and biotechs and so on. So, who have a lot of data and they also have the pain point to organize and standardize the data. So we develop those that kind of the product.
I see. That's very interesting. So Yuimedi was established November 2020, is that right? So that was during the height of the pandemic. Could you tell us a bit more about that and how the challenges?
Yeah. So unexpectedly we founded the company in center of the pandemic period. And the first, we feel really trouble because we cannot meet in person, even though we are stage of the startups. And it's also difficult to create a network. So it's really difficult to find, former and senior entrepreneurs. So it's kind of a big pain for us. But at the same time, the virtual meeting system is expanded. So we feel it's really easy to get a meeting opportunity with a big enterprise person or like online. It's really easy to get an appointment. But it's a really good opportunity for us. And also, a pain point is it's really difficult to go overseas. So we could not catch the information from the another countries. It's a kind of another pain point. But somehow, because of COVID-19, the more focus is focus of the medical data or focus on the medical industry was increased, we think. So we think it's a kind of big chance for us because our kind of vision is we want to accelerate and then increase the number of the clinical research based on the data. So if everyone interested in the, those kind of medical data clinical research, it's kind of our opportunity. So we try to get an opportunity, instead of the pay point.
Right. Sounds like you really took advantage of a tough situation. Yeah, that's great. So the biomedical market can be very complex, it can be challenging. So what would you say are Yuimedi's strengths compared to your competitors?
Okay. The first, we, as I said, our team is have multiple skills basically. So we think and create is a really good product with a really good usability as needed the multiple knowledge on and the clinical and engineering and so on. So our product is, how can I say that basically in the medical industry they try to solve the problem via kind of human resources like system integrator or consultancy or something. But we try to cost cut those of the kind of we try to cut the cost of the human resources. That's why we focus on creating a product able for solve those kind of similar problems. So that's why our software development skill is really unique in unique in the medical industry, we think, first. And then also there are some similar product provider only in the US, we think, we saw. But in Japan, there's still blue ocean. And why it happened is, because the Japanese, language-wise, Japanese is so difficult. So it's really difficult to another country's company to get into Japan. And then the Japanese, language conversion of the data. So we are really doing some of those kinds of Japanese data. So it means we can get the high share in Japan, and we can correct the access right of the Japanese data basically. So we can try to deliver the data in another country, and also we can as fast as possible. So it's almost like three.
Fascinating. Yeah, sounds like you really understand your market and very competitive advantage. That's great. So you participated in one of our programs, the Startup City Acceleration, and you joined the Alchemist program there. So how was that experience?
It was really great actually. So more than we expected.
Great.
Yeah, and because we try to seek the opportunity to expand our business move to the US from the scratch, but it's really difficult to get access to a network to the US. But JETRO's program, in JETRO's program, they introduce us like really good structured lesson to how to get into the US and other countries. And also they introduce us some kind of a network and a potential client, a potential mentor, and so on. So it's really helpful for us to have some knowledge and what is a US practice, US habit, sales practice, and so on. And also it's really good to trigger to expand our market sales in the US.
Great. It's good to hear. Yeah, glad that we can have a good program for you.
Yeah, exactly.
The Alchemist program, how it went so far, and how was the demo day?
Yeah, it was a fantastic experience for me because it's really, the first is really good practice session for real US world expansion, right? So, that still it's a kind of the serious or serious and formatted environment, but still we have the like acquaintance, we have the same peers in Alchemist program, so we have the more friendly with those kind of environment. So yeah, I think it's really rare for any Japanese startup company to have those kind of opportunity to make a pitch in English and investors in the US. So I think it's a really good opportunity for everyone.
Great. It's great to hear. Yes. So, and then we heard that as a kind of result of that, you were accepted into Alchemist's main flagship program in November.
Yes.
Yeah. So, congratulations, and I'm sure you're looking forward to that. So, how was that experience building the relationship with Alchemist?
Yeah. Actually, we applied to the main Alchemist program and the JETRO Alchemist program at almost the same time. But we don't know how to make a pitch yet, how to make an introduction of our company in English to that and like a US main accelerator program. So the JETRO experience gave us a really good in like a ramp-up period for preparation of the real Alchemist. And then, main Alchemist program haven't started yet, so that we can join the next week, we think. Yeah, but we have the basic knowledge of the alchemists, alchemist, and then the U.S. Practice. So it's really good. Wrap up. I think we really appreciate that JETRO's color.
Of course. Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to seeing your participation.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, wonderful. So you mentioned considering your global expansion and the importance of the U.S. market. Obviously, there's a lot of differences between the Japan and the U.S. Business and market, and lots of challenges, especially in the biomedical field. So, what are your thoughts, and why do you think the U.S. is a great market for you?
Okay. Yeah. So first, in terms of the medical data environment and industry and market, the U.S. market is much mature than Japan. And then also there are more, structured institution and practice in the U.S., we think. So, and also the FDA is kind of the leader of the global institutions of the medical data. So we think we should follow the FDA guidance. So in that case, we should follow and we should develop our product to follow the FDA guidance. It means we should know US market more. So it's really important for us to develop our product and then also thinking about the future of our business. USA is the most important part for us. That's why US market is really important.
I see. Yeah, that's a good strategy.
Yeah.
So besides the U.S., what other markets have you been looking at?
Yeah, actually, almost any countries if we want to, if we can expand. But especially for the European countries, it's really similar situation in to the US. So it's second target for us. And also SEA country and also Asian country, including the China and Korea. We actually have the research on what is their regulation laws. Yeah. But depending on the country, there are different regulation actually. So some countries, the government collect all the data and government organize. So no opportunity for private company to get in. But some other country has a really free regulation. I mean, the more free for the private company. So we think that our product is not that depend on the languages actually. So we try to expand the language to the other language. The first Japanese and English, and the second some other language. It can be possible to expand to other country in the future.
Sounds great. Sounds like you've really done your research on that potential.
Yes.
Great. So thinking about strategic partnerships, what kind of partners do you have right now in Japan, and what would you be looking for in kind of a ideal overseas partnership?
Okay. In that case, we didn't have any partnership, but there are a lot of contact to us, but it's really difficult to not select but find good partners. But basically some EMR vendors or data platformers and also CROs or other medical software developers and so on. And also medical institution itself or pharmaceuticals are included. But I think we basically construct infrastructure of the medical data. So it's really difficult to focus on just one industry. So, but we see the kind of the I don't know the partnership exact partnership meanings, but we try to see the for example, the medical data platformers in the US or also pharmaceuticals and the medical institution is our main client. So it's really good to have the kind of network and partnership with them, it's really helpful for us to expand our business in the US.
I see. That's great. Sounds a little bit complicated, but
Yeah, it's really complicated.
I think you have a lot of potential strategies.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Great. So kind of wrapping up, do you have any message for any potential investors or partners that may be watching?
Yeah. Yes. We are really serious to expand the business in US market first. So please, if you are interested, please contact us first as a like for the investors, and then also for we are looking for the potential customers, a client, because we want to develop our product and the services more. So even if you have any struggle, if you are struggle with kind of medical data standardization, please contact us. And then also we just want to have the hearing and interviewing, and if you are supporting us to create a better product, it's really helpful.
Great. Sounds like a great opportunity.
Yes.
So lastly, is there anything else you want to add? Anything I missed or any final message you have?
Hiring is kind of the big challenge for us, we think. But we will create the office and incorporate in the US in this summer. And then we will move to, I will actually move to Boston. So, and after that, it would be really, easier to get, connected to people to the US, we think. But still, yeah, I have no experience to create company in the US. So I have a lot, we have of the investors and then, like partnership companies. So yeah, and if you are interested in that, if you are supporting us, it's really appreciated.
Yeah, and of course, we're here to help you too with whatever you need.
Very much.
And then, your success is our success as well.
Yeah.
So
I really want to make a first Japanese success story in the US. It's really there, we think. Yeah. So yeah, so JETRO-san, JETRO-san program is so nice, and we really you supported us, but I also supported your like motivation.
Yes. Well, Emiri-san, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes.
So if you'd like to reach out to Yuimedi, you may connect with them on LinkedIn or through their website, yuimedi.com. We also invite you to check out our other Japanese startup interviews on this channel, and we also have many Japanese startup pitch videos available as well. And for all things related to doing business in Japan, we'd like to remind you, talk to JETRO first. Thank you.